Hey, it's Tom, crypto blogger, techbait.net, Mr. Excitement. I don't have much time here because I'm running late. I just wanted to do a quick video just to show I'm still alive. Take this off, the reflection's killing me. Actually, I'm going to need this. I'm getting old, folks, just to read the screen. Techbait.net. I don't know what version of the Chrome browser or web browser you're using. I'm still on an older version, but Google is going to, just a little heads up technology wise, Google is going to start warning on every site that's not HTTPS compliant. Mine's not. I don't pay a lot every month for web hosting, but I have several websites, and honestly, I don't want to pay a lot every month. But now with this Google HTTPS thing, it's ridiculous because unless you're accepting credit cards or doing something, you're accepting personal information online, which my site here, TechBait, does not. It just displays news. I don't believe sites like mine should have to run HTTPS. It's ridiculous, and Google's getting to dictate that because they're like the big whale in the internet ocean. So heads up, if you hit a website and it's not a website that's going to collect your info, but you get that stupid, they're going to be popping like a big warning, and most people aren't going to be visiting. Like, they're not going to be going to websites because you have to click on advanced and then okay and then agree. It's like agreeing to get hacked. It's ridiculous. So I don't know how many people are going to do that to see a website, and then you'll be allowed to see the website. So I got to look into whether my web host, I think these web hosting services ought to just start offering and enabling HTTPS across the board, because it's ridiculous to have to pay. Right now they rob you. You have to pay all this extra money per year for a certificate. It's ridiculous. I mean, especially if you're not doing an e-commerce site. This ought to be only for e-commerce sites, not for every site. Not every site needs to be SSL. Anyway, the crypto channel, right? You're not going to care about that? Well, you should. It's technology. But just to look at coin market cap here, look. BTC dominance is just under 38%. Total market cap 335 billion. 24-hour volume almost 16 billion. It's been bouncing around, folks. Right now, the 1 hour's in the red, the 7 days in the green, the 24 hours mostly in the red. Give or take, different coins. Bitcoin, as I'm doing this, is 74.57. Ethereum under 600 again at 590. I'm actually hoping for another dip. I had a little bit of fiat on the sidelines, and I was waiting for it to clear so that I could buy Ether and then trade it for something else. And during that time, Ether went down to like 520, something like that, and it came up again before the transaction was completely a week, till it clears. Like when you deposit money into a crypto exchange, it usually takes about a week. Now, during that time, I should have bought the Ether. I could have at least bought the Ether and locked in the price. I didn't do it. I was distracted, and then it crept back up. So my funds are still sitting there in US dollars. So I'm kind of waiting for another dip. I like to get my money's worth, so I'm just waiting. Look, you could very well have another dip. Nobody knows exactly what's going to happen. The prices, this market's being manipulated big time, so it's frustrating. But the good news is volatility breeds opportunity. So look, eventually this thing's going to skyrocket. Who knows when it is? Maybe this whole year will be sideways. I don't know. I'm not going to BS you. I don't have a crystal ball, and most of these other people don't. They're all guessing. You go on YouTube, they're all, look at this. You got all these different opinions. Crypto market forecast. No offense, altcoin buzz. You don't know where it's going. Good channel there. All these people have tons and thousands of they get more views of one video than I get on my whole channel. Which is fine. This is their main thing. This isn't my main thing. But yeah, this John McAfee for president, just more publicity for John. But hey, if he could use it as a bully pulpit, great. I happen to like McAfee. He's a bit of a He's a bit of a bastard, but aren't we all? They're talking about China maybe leading the rally, lifting a ban on cryptos. I mean, look, yeah, I guess it can happen. Tron and EOS, their mainnets launched, I guess. EOS is at 1368. Tron is at 0.059. Not thrilled there with those. If I were still holding Tron, I had a lot of Tron at one point. I dumped it. I made a profit, but this stuff. Sorry, clearing the throat. It's like unconscious at this point. I don't even know I'm doing it. Sometimes I catch myself. EOS 1368. I don't know, this EOS thing playing into Ethereum. I don't know what to make of this. Is EOS really going to be the next? Is it going to be the Ethereum killer? I don't believe so. I just think Ethereum's got that first mover status. It's got the Ethereum alliance. It's got all these businesses lined up. It's improving. Once sharding goes on Ethereum, you're not going to be able to touch it. And let's face it, if I'm going to go for an Ethereum competitor at this point, I'm probably going to go for something like Zilliqa down here. You could get in really cheap now. Whereas if you look at Zilliqa, launch a new window, and you look at EOS, launch a new, there's just a quick comparison. I don't know what's going to happen here. I didn't do this beforehand. Circulating supply of Zilliqa, 7.3 billion, 12.6 billion total supply. EOS, so it's got a lower amount, 900 million total supply, almost that in circulating supply. So there's a lot more of this, but then again, this is 1372. This is not even 13 cents. I think Zilliqa is undervalued, and it has a lot more room for growth if their whole thing goes according to plan. There's other things you can. I'm not saying don't buy EOS, but I don't think it's going to supplant Ether. Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't think so. And then Neo's at 53. It's talking about sale prices, and my beloved VeChain is still under 4. This was down into like the 320s. I wanted to pick it up there and waiting for stuff to clear. So I think this stuff is all gonna. This may tank again. So I'm just gonna wait and see. I don't have a lot of money to put into it, but I do have a tiny bit of fiat on the sidelines. Right now I'm playing catch the sale. So excuse me. Oh, allergies, folks. Allergies. I didn't have them as a kid. I'm suffering as an adult. So check out TechBait for all your tech news. This thing updates regularly. You'd be silly if you don't use it. Again, I don't know what... I'm running older versions of my web browser, so I don't get the warning. But if you're getting if you do get a warning, I'm going to start warning people about the warning. There's nothing to be afraid about. You can click advanced and click go ahead. There's nothing on my site that's going to hurt you. You're not entering information on my site. You're strictly getting information. I've got this whole Google SSL thing is a real thorn in my side because I shouldn't be forced to use HTTPS for a site that doesn't require it. I'm a longtime technologist. I work in the tech industry. I know what I'm talking about here. I know what Google's aims are. They have a kernel of goodness in what they want to do, but they're doing it in a heavy-handed way. They ought to determine whether the site really requires HTTPS before forcing it and scaring people away from websites with their stupid browser warning. And most of the other web browsers are going to follow Google's lead, so they're all going to be doing it. I'm already getting, I think there is a warning popping up somewhere because when I hit this with my mobile browser, which is always updated, I'm getting a certificate warning. It's not as big and ominous as the Google Chrome, but it's like, oh, here we go. So if you get the warning, just go past it and get to the site because there's nothing there that's going to hurt you. It's just RSS feeds, really. On my end, I got to figure out a cost-effective way to do this, because I don't really make money on this site. This is like a labor of love. So anyway, I'll catch you. Please like and subscribe, and just understand that we're all in this thing we call crypto together, and let's just hope to profit here. Hope to profit. All these people that say they got a crystal ball, they don't. They're guessing, and if they happen to get lucky and hit it, they're gonna pat themselves on the back. Look what a good whatever forecaster I was. Baloney. Baloney. At this point, unless you have real inside information with the whales, and in that case you'd be a whale, it's all guesswork. It's guesswork. Sure, there's some educated guesses out there as to who and what is going to make the next move, whether it's Chinese miners or Chinese government or whatever. I know there's an SEC thing coming up, I think this month in June, with Ethereum about the whole security thing. That thing a while back, the false alarm. I think the actual real meeting's coming up soon, so keep an eye out for that. And again, it's been kind of a crappy market. It hasn't really been exciting. I've been kind of watching it with one eye and doing my own personal life things. So summer's here, During my off time, it's usually cutting the grass or keeping the pool skimmed or something like that. So I don't want to waste your time with a lot of BS, right? I'm just telling it like it is, as I see it. Take it for what it is, and I'm just being honest with you. This is what I'm just I'm shooting out a video just to keep my channel going here until things really pick up. And that's about it. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'd appreciate it. And hit TechBait. And again, if there's a browser warning, just ignore it. There's nothing on there that's going to hurt you. Thanks. Bye.